Our doe Valentina here has undergone some of the worst trauma that you could imagine for any mama, any female, whether it be goat, human, you name it. Just days after, like 2 days after her baby was born, she was attacked, her baby killed, and her front leg seriously injured. It is extremely traumatizing for us caretakers when something like this happens. It's out of the ordinary with the goats, but there are some billies and some nannies, some bucks and some does, depending on where you are in the states. You refer to a goat in different terms. There are some that are just mean. They got the ability to harm, and the spirit can come out, and it can be quite damaging, and it's something to be reckoned with. We know which goats are known to bully other goats, or just at least put up certain defenses, challenge others and such. Of course, there's always mamas who will defend their baby, and this poor mama was probably just defending her baby, and the buck and the doe, there were two other does in at the same time at this one paddock. They took it the wrong way. Somehow they didn't think it out, folks. They aren't human, and while they're most of the time they're more peaceful and kind and loving than humans in general, other times they can be brutal. So we won't overanalyze it. It's been extremely traumatic for me personally. This is a very precious doe, as all our goats are precious, but she's precious. I traveled 1,000 miles to get her. I paid $650 for her. She came all the way from Texas. She's a beautiful goat. She's always been one of our strongest, but she's been traumatized, and she's lost some of her babies, even though they've been so healthy. There's been certain things that have happened with this hunter siege and all that just took even the most healthy goats down and killed them. But I can tell you this. She knows she's loved and cared for. She knows that I want her to stay alive and to get better. And I continually care for her. She's been all day in a beautiful meadow of emerging bahia grass. After a long winter, the bahia is growing back, and there's young pine around here. There's the right amount of shade. There's the right amount of sun. There's fresh grass as well. She can't really move herself much now with her injured front leg, and she seems to not want to use her other legs to move herself over great distances. She can move around a bit in a circle from where she is and drag herself a little, and then I come and I move her. I drag her places, and I've been moving her in a wheelbarrow. I've been moving her on a blanket. Been doing lots of things to. She's in the cabin every night, okay? But tonight, I'm letting her stay out here. I'm just going to let her eat to her heart's content. She's been anemic. The weakness is probably a big factor in her getting attacked. Worms, barber pole worm is the prime suspect here, and she's been treated. She's being treated, and we're very careful with the dosage. We don't want to underdose, and then of course you don't want to overdose. It's very difficult. Underdosing can be extremely dangerous because the worms can just surge back, and there has to be a certain periodicity because the eggs hatch and such. So we're on top of that, and she appears to be looking like she could work out of it. We do believe, from our vast experience, What is important is that she has this green now. Often goats just can't rebound unless they've got their natural feed conditions, and that's why the winter's so tough. And right now, goats' health is on the big rebound because everything's growing back. It's warming up. There's some rains. There's things growing, and that's what these goats need to be doing. They need to be eating this good stuff every day. All right, Valentino, we'll check back in on you pretty soon. Love you.